Physically speaking, lumberjacks have an exhaustingly difficult profession. While tough, it also requires skilled workers to maneuver the huge pieces of tree trunks safely to the ground. Still, it doesn't always seem like it would be the most exciting job. If you've seen one tree felled, you've seen them all, right? Sometimes, though, lumberjacks can find some pretty remarkable stuff. Trees can live to be hundreds of years old, and during all that time, a lot of weird things can happen to them. During a routine tree removal recently, several loggers struck something hard inside of the trunk while chainsawing. When they finally extracted the object, they were fascinated by what they found. Being a lumberjack sounds pretty tough. Spending an entire day cutting down massive trees is both dangerous and tiring. Sometimes, though, the job can be pretty interesting in ways no one would expect. During a routine tree removal recently, a team of lumberjacks were using a chainsaw to cut through a thick trunk. That's when the chainsaw suddenly stalled, and the chain itself somehow broke. They were stunned. When the workers gathered around to take a closer look, they were in awe at the unusual splintering inside of the trunk. In all the years they'd been cutting down trees, they'd never seen anything quite like it before. First, they pulled out one small piece of what appeared to be warped metal. Yet that wasn't all that was lodged inside of the trunk. They could tell that there was something else, so they took an even closer look to determine what it was. Then, they spotted a second piece of the strange material. Clearly, it was metal, but how had it gotten inside of the tree trunk? Had this tree somehow grown with this metal naturally occurring inside, or was there a more clear answer? As it turned out, the strange warped metal balls the lumberjacks found were actually bullets from a shotgun. Alright, so that made more sense than naturally occurring metal, but how had these bullets become lodged so far inside of the tree trunk to begin with? After doing some research, the men discovered a little bit about how trees heal. Should something like a bullet end up lodged inside a tree, after, say, a hunter missed a deer, the tree will encapsulate the object and continue to grow around it. Apparently, one of the crewmen believed this was likely the result of bored hunters taking target practice. The most remarkable aspect, however, was still to be discovered. After counting the rings on the tree, the loggers concluded that it had been lodged in the tree's trunk for over 30 years. As the crew continued to saw through the wood in hopes that maybe they could uncover other hidden items, they found several more. It appeared that whoever decided to shoot at the tree had spent quite some time working on target practice. It just goes to show that, even though being a lumberjack might be tiring, it doesn't have to be boring. This makes you wonder what other sorts of discoveries these dudes have made on the job. Finding these bullets buried so deep in the tree is like stumbling across a small piece of local history. Can you believe trees can grow around objects like that? These bullets were like modern-day fossils,